In case of casinos, there is a very famous statement, the house always wins, which basically means there are gamblers, there is a company operating casino. At the end of the day, the casino at the cost of certain gamblers will make money. Somebody loses, but the casino always wins. But in the context of the government of India as well as the companies which are offering online games now, the house is all set to lose with the government of India bringing in proposal to ban all of these online real money games. What is the issue all about? Let's understand in this video. Hello and welcome to Unacademy IAS, a one-stop destination for all the English medium civil services aspirants. Before I start the discussion, I have a very important announcement to make. I know a lot of you are preparing for the Civil Services Examination 26 and 27. And in the course of preparation, you come across a lot of doubts, lot of confusion. You feel there should be somebody who will give you the company who will resolve all of these particular issues that you're facing. We are launching something very interesting on 23rd August live at 7:30 p.m. on our YouTube channel UPSC Unstoppables. This new initiative of Unacademy is going to revolutionize, and there will be somebody who is going to give you company from the first point of your preparation to the clearing of the UPSC examination. Do not miss out this particular launch event. Please subscribe to this particular YouTube channel, set your timer and join the session live 7:30 p.m. on 23rd August 2025. Now let me begin the discussion. The government of India has introduced a bill in the parliament. The name of the bill essentially is the Promotion and the Regulation of Online Gaming Bill 2025. Now, what are the very important provisions or what has actually been proposed by the government in this particular bill, which has rattled, which has disturbed a lot of these particular companies? The government of India simply says, under this particular bill, any service provider who is providing you the services online, these are online game service providers which are offering you to make payment, that is real money. You will make certain payment, you will join the game, and you're expecting certain monetary benefits. You're expecting certain earnings to be made from this kind of an online game that you're playing. For example, Rummy. Do you make payment to join the services which are being offered? Yes. Do you wage money? Yes. Are you expecting to win money by playing the game? Answer is yes. So government of India is targeting multiple online real gaming services like this, and the government of India under the bill has proposed a blanket ban. I repeat, the blanket ban on all of these online real money games. Whether, please understand this, whether these particular games require skills or luck doesn't matter. Because in the recent times, a lot of debate, lot of discussion has been around what should be the tax rate, GST, on these games. Should it be treated as a skill based game where the GST rate will be different? Should it be treated as a luck based game where the GST rate would be different or the tax treatment would be different? Now government of India simply says forget about whether it is a skill based game or a luck based game. I am going to basically ban all of these online real money games altogether. Now, what are the very important points here? Why is the government of India banning or proposing a ban altogether on these kind of games? I will list out the 5 very important reasons. First one, the government of India says it has certain social implications. What is the social implication that the government of India is talking here? The government of India simply says the youth of India, the elders, adults of India, a lot of population is involved in these kind of games. And because these are involved in these kind of games, a lot of people fall into debt. They borrow money to wage money to win certain amount of money through these particular games. And because of which, a lot of households have faced a financial crisis. There have been instances where people have borrowed, made a wager, lost money, fallen into debt, and have committed suicides. And there are also a lot of mental health related issues which are faced by the people who are involved in these kind of wager based games. And that's the reason government of India says, no, I want to place a complete ban on this. The first reason. The second reason is it is associated with terrorism. How so? A lot of these particular games, when you play online, it will offer you the services of communications, chatting with other players. The government simply says these kind of games are being used by the terrorist networks where the terrorists are communicating with each other using these kind of communication systems which are communication services which are available in these online games. That's the second reason. The third reason is money laundering purposes. A lot of these games are being used to launder money, to transfer money from one side of the economy, or let's say one part of the region to another part of region. The government also says the fourth one, there is no uniformity in India. Uniformity in the sense, when you look at the regulation of these particular games, there is no national law as of now. Like I said, until now, the debate has been what should be the tax treatment associated with these particular games. Should we treat it as a game based on luck, game based on chance, game based on your, right, let's say skill? And accordingly, we were discussing should it be treated this way with this kind of a tax rate. But now government of India simply says not at all needed. Why? Some of the states have put a complete ban on these particular games. Some of the states have announced regulation over these particular games and they're promoting these games. So government simply says, let me have a uniform policy throughout India. And that uniform policy will be, we are going to altogether ban, put a prohibition on these kind of online real money games. I'm emphasizing on this particular term because listen to me carefully. The government under this particular bill is banning online real money games where you're making a wager, you're making a bet in the hope of earning money. But if these are other types of games, right, where wagers are not done, etc., that is other types of online games, government is actually promoting these kind of games here. Done. So fifth reason, why is the government of India imposing a restriction or a ban? Government is worried that there is a lot of issues associated with taxation. What is the issue here? Lot of these particular companies accept payments through digital wallets. Lot of these particular companies accept cryptocurrency payments, etc. Lot of them are registered outside India for simply providing the services. They will offer the services in India. So government is worried about tax treatment here. Government is basically worried about digital wallet usage, cryptocurrency usage, which can be basically used for laundering of the money, etc. So because of these particular reasons, I've listed 5 here. Because of these reasons, the government of India now says, let me ban all these online real money games completely. Now, what are the implications? Right? What are the provisions under this? The government simply says, any person who is offering these kind of services will be facing a prison term of 3 years and also a penalty of 1 CR. And not just the person who is offering the services, anybody will endorse these games. Anybody will promote these particular games, even they will be penalized now. For example, we must have seen, or you must have seen, many celebrities promoting these wager games. Many of the celebrities or influencers advertising these particular games, right? Basically promoting these games in different videos, etc. Now, even if there are any influencers who are promoting these kind of platforms, they will face a prison term of 2 years as well as a monetary penalty of 50 lakh rupees. And not just this, the government of India under the bill proposes that even the police services or the law enforcement services will have every right to get these particular sites blocked by approaching METI. Right, METI is Ministry of Electronics and the Telecommunications, the ministry which has proposed this particular bill. In addition to this, there are multiple banks, financial institutions which are allowing transfer of funds for these kind of, let's say, games which are conducted online. The transactions are facilitated by these financial institutions. Now, government simply says even the financial institutions, including the banks, they will have to put a ban. They will not be allowed to conduct or facilitate the transactions which are associated with online real money gaming. So these are certain very important provisions which have been proposed by the government in the bill 2025. What are the implications now? Listen to me carefully. This industry, that is online gaming industry, is not a very small industry. It's a very, very large industry. I'm focused on the skill based games here. Basically, according to various estimates, it has created more than 2 lakh jobs in India. More than 2 lakh jobs, direct as well as indirect jobs. In terms of revenue for the government, this is very important. In terms of revenue to the government of India has collected direct as well as indirect taxes amounting to $2.4 billion. $2.4 billion. It's a gaming industry, or this particular online gaming industry is worth billions of dollars in India. And not to forget, India has more than 500 million gamers. It has more than 500 million gamers. So when you look at this, you will realize this. It's not a small industry, by the way. But concerning factor is, according to the statement that was released or issued by the chief economic advisor, for the time period between April to July this year, the amount of money that was transacted for these kind of games using UPI is a whopping 40,992 crore rupees. Let that number sink in. 40,992 crore rupees worth of UPI transactions have been conducted for these or to play in these kinds of online games. So government of India, looking at all of this, has realized it is very dangerous to do not regulate this particular industry. If I do not regulate it now, if I do not control it now, look at the implications. It has a national security implication. It has an implication associated with the health or the finances of a household in India, etc. For these particular reasons, the government of India finally has introduced this particular piece of legislation or the bill which aims to ban all of these online real money gaming services. But having said so, is it easy to impose a ban? That is also a very important point to note here. Is it very easy to impose a ban? The concern is the government, let's assume this bill will be passed in both the houses, will go to the president will give the assent. But now the question arises is about enforcement. The question that will arise is about enforcement. Why? In terms of conclusion associated with this topic, you'll have to remember that enforcement plays a very important role. The devil is in details, of course, yes. But how will we enforce it? There lies the challenge that the government as well as the lawmakers or the enforcement agencies will face now. Reason being, what if the companies which are offering these services right now, which are present in India, will continue to provide the services but over darknet? What if they will continue to provide the services over VPN services or use the VPN, get access to these kind of services? These sites might be blocked in India, but use the VPN services, you can get access, right, using the VPN to these kinds of sites. So the challenge for the government going forward will be in enforcement of these regulations. So this is basically the discussion associated with the government of India's proposal to ban the online real money games. If you like this initiative, do hit the like button. If you're yet to join our YouTube channel, kindly do it right now. Thank you. Have a great day.